Once upon a time, there was a man named Ulf. He had 3 daughters. Each had grown up to marry a troll and live inside the side of a hill. One day, he decided to visit his eldest daughter. When he approached the hillside, a door flew open. She said, "Welcome, husband. My father has arrived. Will you please go buy some meat for the stew?" Her husband said, "Why would I buy what's already owned?" He took a mallet and hit himself in the side of the head with it. His head went rolling off into the stew pot. A new one grew in its place, and Ulf said, "Oh." He went home to his wife and said, "I've learned something marvelous." She said, "What have you learned?" And he said, "I know what I know." A few days later, she asked him to go buy some meat for their stew. And he said, "Why would I buy what I already have?" He took a mallet and knocked himself in the back of the head. "Ouch," he said, falling to the ground faint. When he woke up, the wife said, "Why would you do that?" And he said, "I know what I know." When he had finally recovered and come to, he decided to go to the middle daughter's house on the side of the hill. When he arrived, the door on the side flew open. "Welcome, father," she said. Husband, please go buy some candles to light the dinner table." "Why go far for what is near?" said the troll. He put his hands into the fire. There was a sizzle. When he brought his hand out, all of his fingers were lit, and it lit up the entire room. "Oh," said Ulf. When he went home to his wife, he said, "I've learned something marvelous today." "What did you learn?" she said. And he said, "I know what I know." A few days later, she asked him to go buy some candles to light their dinner. He said, "Why go far for what is near?" He put his hand in the fire and screamed, "Ow!" and fell on the floor faint. When he came to, she asked him, "Why would you burn yourself like that?" And he said, "Never mind, I know what I know." He had to wear a bandage for about a week, but when it finally healed, he went to go visit the youngest daughter on the side of the hill. When he arrived on the side of the hill, the door flew open. And she said, "Welcome, father. Husband, will you please go fetch some fish for our dinner tonight?" He said, "Why fetch what will arrive soon?" He ran to the well in the backyard, jumped in, splash. All of a sudden, fish after fish started flying out of the well. The Ulf was like, "Oh." Then he went home to his wife, and he said, "I've learned something marvelous." "What have you learned?" she asked. And he jumped into the well. Splash. But Ulf doesn't know how to swim. He's crying, "Help, help, help." So the wife throws the bucket and the string down. He grabs on and she pulls him up. He's laying on the ground, soaking wet, and she said, "Why on earth would you do that?" And he said, "Never mind, I know what I know." And she said, "Yes, I know this, but what do you actually know?" He said, I know nothing."